Hi, this is Dawn Spalding. I'm going to create a quick video on how to create a system image, and I'm going to talk a little bit about what a system image is to begin with. Let's go ahead and open up the backup menu that Windows provides. I'm going to click on the Windows key to the left of the keyboard. I'm going to type in the word backup and search programs and files, and I'm going to hit enter. Backup and restore is already highlighted at the top, so if I hit enter, it's going ahead and activate that menu. This menu has a few different options in it. The one we're going to do today is the system image. And I'm going to click on create a system image. It's going to look for my backup device. A system image is going to create a set of files that is an exact duplicate of your local hard drive. And it could also be called a mirror. It's just that the whole physical device is not written to. It's actually written to in a number of files, however many files it takes to back up the entire installation on your hard drive. When I go to the next screen, it's gonna give me an option of drives or parts of the drive that I want to back up, and I'm going to use the word partition. And when we get there, I'll explain to you what a partition is and why you have options like this during the system image process. But first, you'll notice that it's giving me the option to either save to a hard drive or save to DVDs. I do not want to save to DVDs. It's going to take way too many. I'm going to have to continue to put new DVDs in. That's always an option for you if that's all you have to create your backup. And it's already detecting the Seagate Free Agent GoFlex drive I plugged in. It's a USB drive. It's 500 gigs. It's telling me obviously there's 300 gigs free. If I did not want to use that drive, if I had a secondary external drive plugged in, I could click on that down arrow and it would give me the option to change to a different drive. But this is the drive I want, and we're going to go ahead and click next. This is where I was talking earlier where you're actually seeing the partitions on your hard drive. When you purchase a computer, like at Best Buy, for instance, and your installation is already on the hard drive in your computer, the hard drive is partitioned. And you can think of a partition as, let's say they're like file cabinets. You have one file cabinet set of cabinets that have information about accounts payable, one file cabinet that has information about accounts receivable, one file cabinet that has information about your customers. The Windows hard drive is also partitioned out, and what we're seeing here is 3 of those partitions. This new volume is actually part of my Free Agent Seagate drive. This system partition already comes installed when you purchase a computer, and it contains boot files within it. And the boot files are what allows your computer to reach out to Windows and actually start it once you turn the computer on. This C partition, also labeled system on this computer, contains the actual Windows installation. It also contains all your user files that you create, your music files, video files, picture files that you're saving. And then D is also called recovery. And the recovery partition, contains information about how to recover your system should there be a failure. Generally, you can access that partition by hitting a function key as it's booting up at the top of your keyboard. Kind of depends on what system you're using, whether it's a Dell and HP, for instance. And Windows has already selected for me to back up the system partition, the C partition, and the recovery partition. By default, that's what we're going to back up unless I tell it to create an image of something else, which I'm not going to at this time. It also gives me information on the size of each. I'm going to click next. It's going to give me a message that says it could overwrite images that are already on this hard drive, this Free Agent, and it's going to go ahead and remind me that it's going to back up these 3 partitions on my hard drive. If you were to go out and buy off the shelf an internal hard drive that you might put in a tower, for instance, a computer tower, it's not going to be partitioned. It's not even going to be formatted. You're going to have to go, plug that hard drive in and go into the Windows system and format that hard drive. And formatting, all it does is it applies an organizational structure to the hard drive. Any kind of organizational structure, if you go back to the file cabinets I was talking about earlier, that is an organizational structure. You have one set of file cabinets for particular pieces of paper that you want to keep organized, and that's basically what formatting does to a hard drive. It just lays down an organizational structure in which you can save files to. You could also create partitions if you wanted to, and save in one partition maybe music, and another partition videos. Anyway, back to our system image here. When I click Start Backup, it's going to start writing a system file. This is going to take a large amount of time. Remember, it is backing up everything on my hard drive. My hard drive is 650 gigs. And that just takes a long time. So I'm not going to allow this to run. It's going to, this video will be way too long. So let's stop this backup. And it gives me a warning that says you're not going to be able to use this if you stop this. It's going to be incomplete, which, is fine. When you create your system image and you're keeping it on an external drive, and I said in the previous video about backing up your personal data, you will want to, protect this drive that's got that information on it in case you were ever to need it one day. I don't recommend using the drive you're backing up to save other files to it. Just save your backup to it. And then if you do have a problem, you need to access it again, you know where it is, you know exactly where your files are on it, that's all that's on that drive. The other option in this menu is the system repair disk, which we're going to do that in a separate video. It's a pretty quick little process. If you want to watch that, that one's also on my website. So thank you very much.